Hey, everybody. We're public, right? All right, here we go. Dad, Tommy. All right, everybody. 1 o'clock, Sunday, week 9. First of all, hope everybody had a good week. It was amazing around here. The weather was good. And today is my mother's birthday today, so what? Yeah, it's June 1st.
It's May 31st.
Oh, it's May 31st. So, birthday's tomorrow. But we're wishing my mom happy birthday anyway. So, Mom, hope you have a good weekend. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Happy birthday. It's all good. So, we figured out a few things.
My mom.
Oh. We're going to do some little house cleaning. I have figured out a few things on how to promote the website a little bit better, the show a little bit better, the sign up. Was told by our friend Judy that we're going to go to a different way of going back to letting you sign on. And so it'll be a little bit easier to find. And so we're kind of cleaning this thing up a little bit. But we're going to have a good week this week. This week we are, anything else? Anything else, Michelle?
Nope.
Anything good you want to chat in?
Nope.
You are starting your new job tomorrow. It's exciting. It's exciting. So we're happy about that. That's exciting for Michelle. All right, this week we are making a very yummy lasagna. So kind of come over, take a look. This week it's fun because there's no recipe. There's no a cup of this. There's no a quarter cup of that. There's none of that. We can put whatever we want in there. You can put whatever you want in there. It's all good. So what we're going to start with, we have a whole jumble of things. We've got 3 pounds of ground beef that we're going to use. Ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, crushed red pepper, Italian seasoning, parsley, mozzarella, Havarti. It's going to be, 4 cheeses? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 cheeses. It's going to be really good. I've got your Barilla pasta, which is going to be yum. Really great pasta sauce that we found at Costco. And all things yummy come from Costco. We found this marinara sauce, but you can use any marinara you want. We're going to have fresh spinach in there. It's going to be good. And that's it. So we're going to get started. We're going to first start. Got a couple onions, some garlic, salt and pepper. First start, we are going to cut up our onions. Okay. All right, we're going to.
These are the sweet onions, yellow onions.
Yeah, the Vidalia, but any onion will do. So first you want to cut it. Remember, we've done this a couple weeks. You want to cut it through the knob. Keep the knob on because that's what's going to hold it together. So dice it up. Okay. Let's see. Put that over there. I'm also going to go ahead and turn my pan on to get it warm, get it hot so we're not holding it back. So go ahead and get it hot.
Hey, Ellen.
All right, remember, turn it on its side. You're going to go across, and then we're going to cut in the back. But you don't want to go through, you don't want to pass like right past here. Okay? We're going to dice up our onion. Hold on. I don't want my hands smelling like onions. Get my gloves on here. All right. We're going to continue with our onion. So go back to just before it comes out of the back. Okay. We're going to do them all like that. We're going to do all this in order. And the onions, remember, have the lines on there, and you're going to follow that with your knife.
Renee wants to know if she could come over in an hour or two and just eat whatever you're making today.
Renee who?
Rosenheck.
Renee, you can. Let's see. But it's pretty easy. Renee, you can even do this. All right, so we've got it sliced one way. Now this is a good one to look at. You can see it. You get the line here. It's already separated. So if you follow, kind of follow the lines all the way across, you're going to have an even dice. When you're done, don't break the back. Okay, just kind of follow the lines. Don't go all the way through.
Hi, Anastasia.
Ms. Martin.
Yep.
Miss Martin. Miss Martin is the awesome lunch lady from Chestnut. She lives in Lunch Lady Land. She's great. Takes care of the boys at school. Well, one of them at least, because one's now gone. Miss Martin, you gonna miss Max? All right. All right.
She's laughing.
What'd she say?
Smiling.
She's smiling at the Lunch Lady Land. I don't know why you don't pull out the Adam Sandler Lunch Lady Land and blast it during lunch. That would be hysterical. All right. We had this, we pulled out the lasagna we made, the one you saw in the picture, everybody. We made it last night, and we had...
It was frozen.
It was, pre-frozen, and we just thawed it out. Oh my God, it was delicious. All right, so now you've got it cut this way. Now you've got it cut this way, and you're just going to now cut it into chunks, into cubes, and it should come out perfect cubes. Okay.
Sarah.
Sarah, which one? Martin?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Scott.
Sarah Martin has been a friend of mine from Montgomery. She lived here in Atlanta for a while, and she took me to my first bluegrass concert at Chastain years ago, and I loved it. It was so much fun. She lives in Colorado now, I think.
You're not tearing up yet?
No.
Onions?
No. If you just cut it quick, you cut it quick. Oh, I'll tell you a good kitchen tip about it. I should tell you, I did put the onions in the freezer. If you put the onions in the freezer, for maybe 30 minutes or so, where it's not fully frozen, it slows the tear down. It slows the aroma that causes the tear, and it helps with it.
Where did you get the black love, Phil?
I get it from a website called Webstraunt. It's a place where restaurants...
It's called Restaurant?
No, web, like the web, like the world. Webstraunt. Mm-hmm.
Webstraunt.
Yep. And a lot of restaurants will buy from there. You can buy everything from as small as gloves to equipment, but it's residential equipment. But it's really great. They have really good prices. Okay. And they'll deliver right to your house. They'll drop ship it. Pretty good place.
And they're at Restaurant Depot as well, Tessa says.
Yeah? Okay. Restaurant Depot. Oh, Tessa, what's happening? Tessa is one of my customers. She runs Agnes Scott College. She works for Aramark.
Oh, so here's another tip. Miss Martin says, rub a lemon on the cutting board or put a matchstick between your teeth for the onion.
Go get me a match.
No, I don't know. I'm not going to go get a match, but that's pretty cool. We got to try that.
Sure. Wait. We need to put down on the bottom of the screen. It says, do not try this at home. Right. Great, Miss Martin. That's great. Okay. So we're going to saute the onions and the garlic right now. So you're going to want the pan, that's why I turned the pan on, to saute these onions and garlic properly, you want to have a hot pan. Again, last week when we did the salmon cakes, and you don't want to put the salmon cakes in oil that's not hot enough because it's going to absorb too much oil. You want it to get it hot, and you want that sear to put on the onions. You want the sugar to come out. That's going to caramelize the onions.
Yes, the matchstick is not lit. She wants to make sure everyone understands that.
So, how does that work?
I don't know.
It doesn't work.
You gotta try it. She says it works.
No way. I have never heard that. It's like a circus trick. So, all right. So you're gonna take this vegetable oil, and you're gonna put. You don't want a whole lot of oil, but you want it to kind of be 3/4 of the pan, maybe half the pan. You just want it to kind of coat, and it's gonna start running around the pan, and you want to get the oil hot. And there's nothing. If you don't like garlic, don't put garlic in. If you want more garlic, put more garlic in. This is one of these recipes that you don't have to follow. Lasagna is fun that way. All right, so you kind of see it's like shimmering.
Oh, Barbara Walensky says it absolutely works.
Get out of here! I gotta try it. I have never heard that.
That's a pretty cool tip, though.
Yeah, lunch ladies. The lunch ladies are awesome though because they know all those tricks. All right, now put your garlic in.
Ooh.
Okay, you're making a lot, so don't be shy. And get it mixed together. Mix it up, and then you're not going to touch it for a second. You're going to spread it out to have like one single layer, and then turn your heat up. Heat it up. All right. Now this is where people.
Why vegetable oil and not olive oil?
Okay, olive oil. We've gone through this before, but olive oil, 100%. I'm sorry, extra virgin olive oil is the first pressing of the olive. So the oil has a very low smoke point, and you should only really use extra virgin olive oil for like salad dressings and things you don't really have to cook with. To saute, it could burn, it could turn bitter. If you want to use olive oil, use like 100% olive oil, which is like this third or fourth pressing of the oil. So it's not, it has a little bit more strength to it. But olive oil, if it sits on the pan too long, it will literally burst into flames.
I did that once. That was.
So when you're sauteing with hot pans, use an oil that's a little darker in golden color. The darker the color of the oil, the higher the smoke point, which means it won't burst into flames and turn bitter and whatnot. So if you're going to use olive oil and you want to use olive oil, just use, I know Rachel Ray uses EVOO, I get it. I've just never been a fan of that, so you're welcome to try it. But I do know it will burn, and I know it will kind of turn bitter on you. So use 100% olive oil or something other than, or pure olive oil. It's a little bit, it'll tolerate heat a little bit better. But that's it. So extra virgin olive oil, salad dressings, and things like that. All right? God, I wish you could smell that. It's amazing. This is also a trick I learned. One of my culinary school teachers, she's like, if you're having a dinner party and you want people to think you've been slaving over the kitchen all day, all you've got to do, saute onions and garlic. They walk in, they immediately think that you've been slaving all day when you really haven't. So it's kind of a trick if you want to learn that, to do it in your kitchen. Because it smells great. People love the smell. It's amazing. Okay. Now you can either caramelize it, or when an onion is just regular, just like lightly sauteed, you're going to see it. It's going to turn clear.
Like translucent.
Yes. And you can pull it at that point as well if you'd like. But the more you mess with it, the more the sugars kind of, you don't really, it breaks up the sugar content, but you want it to caramelize if you're caramelizing it.
Yeah, you're always telling me to not stir it.
Just don't mess with it. Let it sit, and that sugar, that natural sugar, is going to come out of the onion, and that's what makes that golden brown color.
That's funny. Miss Martin says she did that on her first date and ordered out. That's really funny.
Nice.
That's really funny.
Nice.
Sherry wants to know what
Yep.
brand of saute pan that is.
Um,
Honestly, I think we got that at Costco forever ago.
No, this is from this is from restaurant supply store here in town. It's one of the called cool handles, the cool handle pots. You're gonna find this pan in every restaurant in the country. It's heavy duty. It looks industrial, so a lot of people don't want that in their house. But if you can use all-clad, I mean, if you want to, if you want to have all-clad, you can pull that out too. That's fine. But these are what restaurants are using in the back of the house. I bet Miss Martin has these in the kitchen at the schools. All right.
Oh, it's good.
All right. So now come look. You don't touch it. See, that's not burning. That's the sugar caramelizing. So you probably get it over here too. Just a light brown to it.
And then you know that's ready.
Then yeah, if you want it darker, cook it darker. If you don't want it darker, then that's fine.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Now, if you're making a soup, or if you're making a clear something or a clear soup, you don't want to caramelize it,
right?
Yeah, because that's going to turn the whole thing red. But you can kind of see they all kind of shine, and they're translucent. Okay, should be good. Let me get this out. We're going to brown the meat.
And you don't brown them. You don't add the meat to the vegetables.
Not yet. We will. We're going to.
And why is that?
Because you want to cook the meat because you're going to have to drain everything. Then it becomes a mess. You also want to keep them separate, not to overcook everything. Okay. Everything in kind of stages. It would all come down. So we're just going to add a little bit more oil, just a little bit, because the meat has fat in it already. It's just chuck, just 3 pounds of chuck, and we're going to get it all brown before we start putting things together.
I guess, and you could do this with turkey meat too. Turkey
meat, any meat, whatever you want. Now, you need a little bit of fat in it, so I know everybody.
You have the 18-20 on this one.
The chuck 80-20.
80-20.
Yeah, 80-20. 80-20 is 80% meat, 20% fat. And you need some of that fat because it's got to hold together. Otherwise, it'll get kind of dry. So if you want to mix a little beef with a little turkey, with a little bit of the 98% fat-free turkey, totally fine. But remember, fat is flavor. I don't care what you say, fat is flavor. Don't waste it. And the juices that are in the pan, don't wipe them out, because that juice just gets right into it with it. It incorporates right into the meat. It sends me into a tizzy when Michelle's like cooking stuff and she's throwing away she doesn't deglaze the pan and she's losing all that flavor.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. Yeah, we're making lasagna.
Yeah, lasagna. And this lasagna is crazy good.
But it's kind of like, we called it kitchen sink lasagna.
Yeah, and lasagna, you can put anything you want in there.
Yeah.
If you want to chop up, if you wanted to put like eggplant in there or different vegetables or squash or whatever, just cut it kind of medium thin so that it's going to cook down. And I know people are like, well, where's the water? Where's the water to boil your pasta? Do not boil this pasta We're going to put the sheets of pasta in uncooked. What? You don't put that on uncooked. What happens to it? Well, when you cook it for an hour, the sheets are going to absorb the flavor of the juice in the layers. And then 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes later, it is going to be fully cooked. Because if you cook the pasta on the stove in water, that's the flavor it's going to take on. It's like a fully immersed sponge. Once it's full, it can't take on any more water and it just spills out. So you want the noodles to take on the flavor of the lasagna. Does that make sense? Laura Weiss, I was talking to Laura Weiss last night.
Hubba bubba.
Hubba bubba barbs. I was talking to Laura Weiss last night. She couldn't join us today, but I was telling her how to do it because she has to make it for a party tonight. And I was telling her don't cook the pasta. And she just couldn't wrap her head around that. So have I led you wrong yet, everybody, in the last 9 weeks?
So Allison says that Amanda
Allison
and
who?
her,
Allison who?
Goldstein are making lasagna for her 18-year-old
Yep.
for his birthday. So this is perfect timing.
Nice. Hey, y'all get on y'all's blog and start blasting this out too. Allison and Amanda have this great sisters blog. If y'all haven't found it, at the moment I'm drawing a blank on the name because I've listened to it a few times. What's the name? Allison and Amanda. What's the name of it? Y'all promote your blog. Y'all are awesome. So, how good does that look?
Smells good too. Sis and Tell podcast.
Sis and Tell, right. Y'all get on the Sis and Tell podcast.
Nice.
And these girls, the Goldstein girls from Birmingham, Alabama, although they're not in Birmingham now, Amanda is here, Allison is in Chattanooga, are the just quality of the most quality of people on the planet, and they're awesome. The Goldstein family is amazing.
So we have, Miss Martin says that Walmart has oven-ready lasagna noodles, but these aren't oven-ready. These are just ready to cook.
Why don't you just kick me in the teeth? No, that's true. No, that is true. You can go to farmers markets and you can go to certain places, and they will have fresh pasta sheets ready to go as well. If you don't want to use the hard, she is partly right. I shouldn't say that. But you can buy the fresh pasta sheets that are already this size. So they're full one sheet. You can just lay it down and they're fresh, and it's a really good product. You can do that. That is true. All right. So I'm going to stop it there. It's a little rare, but it's, again, remember, it's going to cook for an hour in the oven. So that is fine. You're going to get it. Okay. Now here's a little trick that I do. This is broken up fairly well. But with turkey meat, I do this. I take a potato masher. Okay. I learned this from a chef not too long ago. You take the potato masher and you're going to mash the meat. And what that does, it's going to have every grain of the meat to be bite-sized. And you're not going to have a big chunk of meat over here and a little bitty thing over there. Okay.
I mean, you're not mushing it. You're just going around one.
Yeah, it's just breaking it up. If you look, okay, and you can do it with turkey meat. Turkey meat especially will do it. But you can just kind of get it to where, all right. All right, you kind of see that where there's the big chunks are kind of taken out. If you see a big chunk, just mash it up. Okay.
Yep, looks good.
Looks good. All right, now you're going to put that to the side. Where'd my, here.
Don't you add the onions to it now?
Yep. Okay, now you're going to add these in. Okay.
People are liking that tip.
Which one?
The one that you just did.
Oh, Don't laugh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I give so many good tips out that I just don't know which one is the best, you know? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. They're huge. Okay. Right, now, it's all mixed in evenly, okay? So every scoop of meat that you put into the lasagna is going to have equal parts beef and onion and garlic. All right, so we're going to put that back into here. Yes, I'm aware that it was in the raw pan with the
any of the spices.
Not yet. We're going to add those later. Okay. Do we need the pan anymore? I don't think so.
I've added the spices in with the meat.
Well, would you? Also, so here's the beauty of a lasagna. There's not. If you would like to do that, we can do that. So if you want to add, if my beautiful wife, if that will make you happy,
No, I mean, I'm just
doing
saying
it.
that I've done that.
Yeah, you can for sure. It'll help hydrate. It'll help rehydrate the seasonings. Okay. If you want to sprinkle, this is just Italian seasoning. It's got all the different spices that you need in there. Want to season everything here? Sure. Why not? You can't mess this up.
So you do like a covering, a coating of it.
Yeah, just coat it in there because we're going to add it in
Red
later.
pepper.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong way of doing this. How spicy do you like it?
Mild, but I like it with a little kick.
It's my girl. Okay, there you go. We can add it in later. All right, just stir it gently in. And it actually is good because the juice will start to hydrate the parsley and the Italian seasoning again, okay? And again, it's always layered. Everything's layered. All right.
Do you add salt and pepper during this?
No, because we're going to add it into the cheese. But you can. If you want to, don't over salt it. You can over pepper it. The over salting will kill you. But you can taste it. If you want to taste it right now, you want to add a little salt and pepper, fine. But we're going to add salt and pepper into the cheese, remember. Okay? All right. So we're going to put that off until later. Okay? That's stage 1. Okay? Put that off. Keep that there. We are now going to take the ricotta cheese. Everybody have the ricotta cheese? Ricotta cheese? Doesn't matter what kind.
Use the pork skim.
Yeah. Most people.
You could use low fat too if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, it's not going to matter. Okay. And again, there's no right way, wrong way. Just as long. Now this is an important part to where you want to have it.
I don't think we used both of those.
Oh, these 30? Oh, these are 30. These are 30 each. Okay. 30 each. Okay.
So 30 ounces of ricotta.
Yep, 30 ounces of ricotta. Okay. We will then take a little salt, kind of a big pinch, season, and you can taste it later. Okay, a little pepper. The salt's hard because you don't see it, and like the pepper. Okay. What else is that? Parmesan. Don't even be shy about it. Just dump it in. Okay, just fill it up. Okay, stir it together. Even if y'all want to use a mix master, one of your KitchenAid mixer to mix this together, totally fine too. Just incorporate everything together.
But you don't want it liquidy. You want to keep it.
Well, you're not going to beat it, but if you want to mix it together, just use the paddle attachment. Okay. Good. Seasoning, parsley, Italian. More now. Get it in there. This is where cooking is just gets to be fun because it's just like.
Well, it's according to your taste. Like if you don't
Right.
love parsley and you're crazy about oregano, then add more oregano.
Correct. Whatever seasoning goes with it, any kind of Italian spice or whatever you want to put in there. Where's the red pepper? Let's put a little red pepper in here too. Okay. All right, is everybody with me so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Amanda, Allison, y'all with me? Yep, we're all good. All right, so how does that look? Now, it's important to taste where you are.
You want to add some?
Yeah, we can.
I think
No, we did it. We did it, but it doesn't matter. You can do
yeah.
it. You can do it now too.
Let's layer it.
No, toast it. Taste it. Make sure it tastes right. Use a little more salt. You always get this recipe doesn't have raw eggs in it, so taste it. Get it to the way you like it. Because once it's in the lasagna, that's it. Okay. Yes, I know. I got my fingers. I'm using my fingers, but I won't use the same one. Different finger. You know, that's good. I taste cheese, I taste parsley. Got a little heat. Hit the salt. I like it like that. You go with that?
Yeah, it's good. Do you have to add salt since the cheese contains so much salt? I guess it's
No.
good taste.
Yeah, it's totally. This is your way is the right way with this one. Like there is just no wrong way to do it.
But it's a lot of noodles, a lot of sauce, a lot of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but just you're not over salting it. You're just giving it a little. I'm just putting a little bit of salt in there just for a little bit of taste. Okay. All right. So let's move all this stuff off to the side. Oh, and this dessert, y'all, that we're making today. Oh, it's so easy, and the kids are going crazy for it. All right. If you don't have a Ziploc bag, go get a Ziploc bag because we're going to make a pastry bag out of this. I think I've done this a couple times during the time that we've been doing this. Okay. All right. This is a great kitchen tip. I know some of y'all know it. My regulars know it. If you're new, take your Ziploc bag and you're going to fold it backwards, like halfway. And this is how you deal with pastry bags. Your hand is underneath. And the reason I pull it halfway, so if it gets around the edge and you fold it back, it's not coming out of the top. Like it's making a mess in the middle of the bag. So and just put it in the bag. Fill it up. And at this point, it'll stand up by itself. Okay.
Bonnie's taking notes.
All right. And while I have a chance, I'll tell you, I had a lot of people subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I appreciate that. And if you get a chance while you're messing around on your computer, go to YouTube, type in Chef Hilly. The episodes will pop up. Go to the channel, hit subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm trying to go for like 100 subscribers. I have 25 right now because the YouTube channel's new. But I'd like to get to maybe 100 by next week. So if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it to go and just click on because I'm going to start posting. I have a challah video posted. There's in 5 segments. And then my cousin Sherry, she tried it. She followed the steps. It came out perfect. And I hope y'all can use it as well. But I'm going to start posting other videos that are like how-to videos. Okay. Pastry bag. You don't want to take too much out of it because you don't want it to come out too fast. But you just...
It needs to be big enough that...
Right. So I'm going to take off like that much right there. Okay? Just a little bit. That little piece right there. It's about that big. Tip of your finger. Okay? Okay. Let's see. We've got the beef ready. The cheese is ready. All right. So we are going to now build this. I'm using 2 disposable half pans, but I know that people will be using this kind of a pan. Oh, how much noise can I make? Okay. Most of you will probably be using this pan, which is totally fine. This is a 9x13, totally fine. And just lay it out. Put a little bit of maybe cheese or sauce on the bottom, so they don't start rolling around on you. Just use it as a little bit of glue. But I'm going to use 2 half pans, and the reason I am using 2 half pans, one, it's super easy to clean up. But I love cooking with disposable half pans. I've just been trained that way to do it. But this way, what we're going easy to freeze. So I'm doing 2 lasagnas tonight. I'm gonna make 1 to cook tonight, and then 1 you cook, and then you freeze it, and you just wrap it up, and it's perfect. So we are ready to start building the lasagna. All right, sheets, uncooked. 3 should fit right in a row. And you're going to do it all together if you have the 2 half pans. If not, and you have the 9x13, just lay it out. When you have the 9x13, it may not fit perfectly. That's okay. All right? either rip them or lay them across. Make them fit. All right, so I'll get it. I'll get it to show you because I know the visual is important.
Yeah, they are regular uncooked noodles.
Yeah, because I know there will be, most of you will do this. So go look. So you've got a little bit of space in the 9x13. So you got a little space here, okay? So you can, and in this situation, you will break it and just lay it right on top and make it fit. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to be cutting it anyway, all right? You've got, here you go. It doesn't have to fit perfectly.
But you just want to cover the whole bottom.
Just cover the whole bottom, right. So it doesn't matter. So that's the pan y'all probably going to have. So just make it fit. We're all good? Okay. And I'll take these. Okay, let me put this back again. How's everybody's stuff looking so far? Any questions so far? Okay. It's hot in here? It's hot in here. Okay. All right. Okay, I've got 3 on the row. You're going to take your pastry bag, your homemade pastry bag, and you don't want to squeeze from here. You want to squeeze from back here. This is just your guiding hand. You twist it, hold it from the back, okay? It's going to start coming out. Don't squeeze, well, with whatever hand's in the back. I happen to be left-handed, so if your right hand is in the back, you squeeze with the right hand. You guide with your other, okay? And you're just going to put it right down the sheet. This also helps with portion control, so you don't run out of cheese or have a whole lot on one way and not enough on the other. So make a strip. This is also a kitchen tip that I've learned along the way.
How come you don't grease the pan? You don't have to.
Don't have to, because you've got grease out of the beef.
Okay.
And everything's got to come right out. Yep. So, but this is a great way to control that every bite has the same amount of cheese and the same amount of sauce. Okay? Everybody got that so far? It's pretty easy. But now you're going to spread it out. Okay, so you just got to hold this first layer because it'll run on you a little bit. You can even use your hand if you'd like, but just spread it out. It doesn't matter.
Brilliant cheese control by Aunt Banana.
You know, that's how I roll, Aunt D. My kids call Aunt Diane Blondheim, Banana, because her grandkids call her Nana. And being that they are great nephews, we went with Banana. Either that or one of the kids couldn't say it.
Yeah, I think that was it too. Z-Man.
But it separates her out.
I agree.
She loves it. Don't let her fool you. She loves being called Banana. Okay? All right. Everything's smooth. You start to see it, even though it's 3 sheets in there, it starts to look like one thing, right? Okay?
Yeah, Zach named her. Yep, I remember that.
So now she calls it's Banana and Uncle Barry. It's funny. All right? If your kids are there, if you have kids and you want
perfect job for them.
Perfect job. They can even get their hands in finger paint with the cheese. Yeah. But again, I just want to reiterate that it's important to spread it all out like this, because this is one of the big mistakes that people make, is that they just put a strip down and everything kind of gets all out of whack. Okay? Look good? We're going to go with, nope.
Cheese on cheese?
No. It's this. We'll scoot this over. And now we're going to put your beef in. Okay? Take a spoonful of beef and just sprinkle it right over top. And what happens is the hot beef, nobody say anything about that, is going to steam the spinach when you put the spinach on top of this. So that steam, that heat coming off the beef is going to the spinach going. That's why you put the spinach in raw. You don't pre-cook anything. You don't pre-cook the spinach at all. And make sure to get all the juice in there. And spread it around. It doesn't have to be a full layer. If it is, it's fine. Okay. And then you're just going to put them in there. Stem and everything. I like the stems. Layer it on there.
You can put a lot to it because it does.
Yes, dear.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it does.
Right.
You know.
Cover it up. Kind of, get it here. All right.
Right there.
Yeah, it's all good. Space it out. Can't really go wrong with this. It's like a caramel apple. Somebody's like, "Oh, it's spinach." Yes, along with beef and cheese and all this other stuff. Where the caramel apple is like the apple with candy all over it. Oh, it's healthy. No. All right. How's that look, everybody? Look good? That's one layer.
Well, you have the mozzarella and you have sauce still.
Okay. Mozzarella. Lay it in there. Get it all nice and thick in there. All right? All right.
And now sauce.
Now your sauce. Look at that. Your manly husband can open a jar. No? Okay. All right. Sauce. Any can, just put it right down the strip. Try to follow the best you can the strip of the pasta sauce. The pasta noodles. And then the sauce becomes the glue for the next layer. And push it down. Go ahead and press it down. It's okay. If the noodle breaks, doesn't matter. All right? This is going to compact it all and get everything spread out. Okay? Follow the strip. Press it down. And now the noodles won't slide around. The next layer or two won't have a problem sliding around. Okay? Again, tighten up the bag, twist in opposite directions to keep it tight in there, and then just run it right down the middle. Okay? Right down the middle. Right? Spread it out. And now it'll spread a little easier with the sauce and the mixture and everything. Miss Martin, chestnut, lasagna, chestnut, easy. Get your hotel pans out. Totally easy. We could make this. I'll come in and help you one day.
It looks so good.
Yeah, just mush it all together. Okay, there's that.
Now the beef.
Now the beef. Layer it on top. Spread it out. I mean, it's crazy good. Are we going to eat this tonight again for dinner?
You can. It's so good.
Is everybody with me? The ones that are cooking with me. Jonathan Cohen, where is he? Where's my groupie? I have a doctor groupie. Okay. Now, spinach. The heat of the beef will steam it. Okay. All good. See, look, it's already doing it. You can see it. It's starting to turn from a dull to a green, and that's the steam happening.
And And Diane goes, she's really hungry, but she's just watching today.
Okay. All right, a little more over here. Cover it up. Get it all good. All right, I've gone through one bottle.
Wait.
Cheese. Yep, thank you. What would I do without you, Michelle? That and my Wellbutrin, I don't know. Okay. All right. Yes. How many Weight Watcher points do you think this is? Any guesses? Anyone want to guess?
No one wants to know that. Don't ruin the buzz. Buzzkill on that one. Well, there's a little tiny bit more of the sauce. And the other one, you can use it too.
Okay, I still got to open it.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know. Y'all may know this, but if you take the jar and you pop it, it'll pop that seal, and it should just pop right open. All right.
Hit it on the bottom.
If you smack it on the bottom, it'll pop the suction, and what's keeping it. Because when you jar something, I don't know if you've canned anything before, but you put everything in the can and it goes into a hot water bath, and when it cools out of the hot, it'll sterilize the product and everything, and then as it cools, the suction causes the top to go down.
Yeah, Nellie says spinach makes it healthy. Not.
Yeah, again, that's my caramel apple or candy apple reference. The spinach is don't let it fool you. Might as well eat a Big Mac. Okay.
This is way better than Big Mac.
True. All right, but make sure you got the sauce covered in there because it really is important because it is the glue that holds everything together. And I think that's probably going to be the layers that I can. That's as many layers as I can get in.
So that was 3.
That was 3.
That's a lot.
Yep.
I'm going to have to get another jar of sauce.
Yes, because you're going to have to now cover this. If you want to put another thing of mozzarella on top, that's fine. Huh?
Which is what we did. The
That goes on top.
Right.
But if you want to, at this point, whatever you want to do, if you want to fill this.
Aren't you making another layer?
No.
Oh.
This is it. This is it because I can't really get another layer
Okay.
on there. I don't believe. You want to try it?
Sure.
Do I have enough? One. Yeah. Okay. Why not?
Go for it. You have enough.
Yes. Nope. Cheese. Sometimes you just got to kind of remember your layers here. All right. Last layer. We're gonna live on the wild side here, everybody. Okay.
I mean, this is the perfect amount for 2 half pans
Yeah.
right now. There you go. Perfect.
All right. Okay, that's it for that. Yummy. Spread it out. Allison and Amanda, I want pictures. Take pictures as you're serving it. Post it up. An assistant tell reference would be nice when y'all are doing your podcast. Okay? Or mention, rather. Okay. There's that. Beef. Let's go ahead and use it up. Just going to fill the whole thing up. Now you start just putting it in the corners.
Can you just send me one of those?
Which one?
Allison.
Come on, Allison, you're doing it. Are you making it? You're not making it right now?
No, she's going to make it later. Oh, here's Jonathan. He's just joined.
There's my groupie. All right. Jonathan has come a long way, his wife has says. He wasn't a great cook in the kitchen, and Pam, his wife, said he is becoming amazing. And his pictures are great. Jonathan, your pictures on the site, I love it. Okay, Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look at that. But see that juice right there? That's the juice that's going to cook the noodles. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay, push it all down, get it all.
Like that noise, I'm sure. Okay.
What noise?
Okay, stop.
Wait, here.
Okay, it's gross. Stop.
It takes a certain person to be married to me.
Nellie says that she will accept donations too at her house for the extra ones.
Well, Nellie gets special treatment for sure. Nellie, if you show up here, you can come pick it up. I'll do curbside service for you.
Thanks, but now I will have to cook this recipe tonight because it looks so good. No ordering for us. Good, Bonnie. I'm excited.
Okay. Let's get another.
You gotta do the spinach.
Yeah. Let's get another spinach.
This freezes so well too.
It does.
It tastes almost better like the next day or two.
Yeah. All right, I need more spinach. It's been triple washed, so I'm okay with this particular product. Not washing it.
That's funny, actually.
Okay. All right. All right. Mozzarella.
Bubble over. Are we gonna have to like roll up the rims of?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Be fine. I'm gonna put it on a sheet pan.
Okay.
It goes on a sheet pan because you want to carry it on a sheet pan anyway. Okay. Now you're gonna cover the whole top. Everybody.
No, you can put another layer of noodle. No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I can't do it. You got to stop sometime. Then it
But
will
then
bubble
just
over.
Noodle, and then that's it. No.
You want to do another layer of noodle?
No, I don't know.
No. Okay. Get it in there. Kind of.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Dee says he's still waiting on our pizza.
But I will do one to show you the difference. Okay. Okay.
Julie says she would have sent it to them. That's really funny.
Julie who? Handmaker?
Handmaker, yeah. I just think that way it keeps it like more.
Can. It's totally fine. It's all good. All right. Get it down in there. Tap it down. Okay, there's that. Now, let me need to keep a glove on. Okay, now I'm going to top it with Parmesan.
And the Havarti.
Yep. Top it with Parmesan. Okay. And then you're going to...
But whatever kind of cheese they really want, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Mozzarella, it could be.
Correct. It doesn't matter what cheese you use at all. Just another layer.
But the Havarti did give it a nice little interesting flavor.
Yeah. Okay. You are going to cook it covered. 350 for 50 minutes to 100 to an hour 10. Because it's going to take a lot. Make sure to put it on a sheet pan. Put the everything on a sheet pan when you cook it. Your 9 by 13, whatever it may be. Okay. Okay, I've run out of, I've already, oh, I didn't. Here it is. Okay. All right, there's that. All right, so now get your pins out because you're gonna have to remember something for me because we're not gonna be together when this comes out of the oven. But what you need to do is cover it. If you have tin foil, if you've got tin foil, cover it with loosely cover it like a dome with tin foil to protect it. 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes. That last when it seems to be ready, an hour you pull it out. You're going to take the cover off. Here's what you need to write down. Take the tin foil off, and then you turn it on broil, on high, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Watch it because it will burn. And what it's going to do, it's going to brown the cheese, get that crusty top on it. And that's one of the steps a lot of people forget to do.
Step.
Yep. Take the foil off, turn the oven off, turn it back on broil high.
But you got to watch it, make sure it doesn't burn.
Don't walk away from it. It'll broil, and it's going to make that bubbly, brown, crispy. And that's it. Then you pull it out, let it rest out of the oven, maybe 10, 20 minutes, and then slice and serve.
And then when can you freeze it? Do you freeze it when it's warm? Like, do you have to wait for it to...
Well, let it cool a little bit. Don't let it sit out too long because it's just not good for... you can kind of run into problems with food safety. Hold up. You can kind of run into problems with food safety when you've got this hot meal, this hot dish that is sitting for a long time. But it can sit for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Cover it, put it in the freezer, and it should be fine.
If you freeze it, do you broil it and then,
Yes.
or wait until you cook it for the second?
100% finish it. Broil it, do everything to it. Pull it once you pull it out of the oven, let it sit, and then cover it and freeze it. So one can be frozen, one's ready to go. This meal will last. This will feed a whole lot of people. Like we're going to invite the neighborhood over, right? But look, guys, it's really good. It's really simple. I hope y'all had a good time with the lasagna. And I'll put it in the oven later because it doesn't really matter if it goes in now or later. But I'll let it stay out to take a look. Let me move the stuff. Any questions about the lasagna? Please ask it now because we're getting ready to move on to the...
I think they're good. And
We're all good?
Tell you. Yep.
We're all good? Any other questions that have come around? Anybody new that's joining us this week for the first time?
And this looks really good. Is it going to bubble over the top?
Well, if it does, that's why I want you to put it on a sheet pan. If it bubbles over, which is fine, it's going to go in the pan. It's not going to get in your oven.
But could you like turn the edges up? Would that make a difference?
You can, and it's not going to matter. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another, I don't have tin foil. I don't really use tin foil. So I'm going to put another half pan over top of it. A foil pan over top.
I'm going to the pool.
You going to the pool? Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Oh, Z, come here. Show me your haircut. That's a good distraction for a second. Zach went with the full mohawk, everybody. And guess who's watching right now? Miss Martin. She's going to make this for you next year in 4th grade.
Wait, don't leave yet. Wait until we're done.
No.
He's okay.
Bye.
Call me when you get there. Thank you. He's fine. I told him he could. Okay. All right. Any questions so far coming up? Nope. It's all good. All right, everybody. Come on over. We are going to make delicious 3-ingredient ice cream Dove bars. I found this recipe just recently.
Well, I mean, it's not a Dove bar, but it's just like it.
Right. It's similar. It is incredible. So if you don't have these molds, don't worry about it. But if you have molds, you can use them.
But you just ordered those on Amazon.
I did. Found them on Amazon. It came in the whole kit. The popsicle sticks came. The mold came. There was 2 molds. I've already got some made in the freezer because it's got to set overnight. He's fine. He knows. And so you can pour any mold you have. This will be fine. It's 3 ingredients. We've got heavy cream. Okay? 3 cups of heavy cream, Eagle sweetened condensed milk, and I'll tell you a secret about this in a second. This is, I got this off Amazon, Monin vanilla syrup. Don't use vanilla extract. This needs a vanilla syrup to it. This is a great brand. This brand is amazing. I've known this brand for a year. You'll see them in, I believe they're in Starbucks, but you'll see this brand. They have a whole line of syrups. If you're looking for a good syrup, this is delicious. Okay? 2 cups of melted chocolate chips with 1/2 cup of vegetable oil in the chocolate. Why? I'll tell you that. I'll tell you a reason why. But I had to go ahead and make it because this is a step that you need to pay attention to, because if you cannot dip the hot popsicle, the cold popsicle into the hot chocolate, because it just won't work. Michelle and I learned that the hard way. I've made this already. The oil keeps the chocolate thin, doesn't change the flavor. You don't taste it at all, but it keeps it pourable and mixes it around, because when you just melt chocolate by itself, it gets real thick. But you're going to want to coat the popsicle, and that the oil will keep it thin. So 2 cups chocolate chips, 1 cup of oil, vegetable oil, covered for 2 minutes in the microwave. It'll melt. That's perfect. That's all you need. We then crushed up Heath bars. So good. Crushed up Heath bars to go on the outside. We're going to crush up peanuts to go on the outside. So we'll go with them. So all you do is this. Get a Pyrex. This is a 4-cup Pyrex. This is all you need. You're going to fill up with heavy cream to 3 cups. Okay, 3 cups heavy cream. Don't use milk. Milk's made, it has a lot of water in it. So when this freezes, it's going to crystallize. It'll be more like an ice pop. And so use heavy cream.
Can you use coconut oil?
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, I wouldn't do the whole thing in coconut oil, but I would imagine you could probably mix it into the chocolate, the coconut oil into the chocolate. I wouldn't see why that would be a problem. I can't use coconut. I'm allergic to coconut. So I don't know if that would work because I've never used it because I can't use it. But I don't. If it's the same consistency as the vegetable oil, I don't see why not. And that would give it a real coconut flavor in the chocolate. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be good. But again, you're just using the oil to thin the chocolate so it will dip onto the mix. All right, so I'm just going to fill it up to 3 cups. Okay. Now, sweetened condensed milk. This stuff is like gold. It is unbelievable. That's what this product can do for you. It's great. Very versatile. So if you look, I stopped at the 3. Here is the 3.5. So you're going to pour it in. You don't even need a measuring cup for this. If you follow right here, can you see that right there?
Yep.
You go right to the 3.5. Just pour it until it gets to 3.5. Okay. Okay, there's that. And then you are going to take your vanilla oil, and it's just as much as you want. This gives it that vanilla flavor. Okay, just a little bit to give it a little vanilla flavor. You are then going to stir it to mix it together. All right, this is going to be your ice cream base.
This is another good thing to do with the kids.
Absolutely. It's a great thing for the kids to do. Really simple, and it's really good. Zach loved it. It tastes like a Choco Taco or a nutty, what do you call it? What's the ice cream cone with the nuts and the chocolate? Drumstick. Ooh, drumstick. How did I forget that? Okay. Again, covered with that. Make a mess. All right, I'm going to pause for just a second because I want to tell you about this product. Take this product. If you want to have a caramel sauce, make caramel or caramel sauce with, you're going to take the label off completely. Okay, take it because it just makes a mess. Leave the lid on. Take a big pot, like a Dutch oven pot that you boil pasta in, fill it up, get the water to a simmering part, put the whole can underwater 3 hours. Keep it locked. After 3 hours, you take it out of the water, open the can, it will go from this
Miss Martin says in a crock pot.
Crock pot, same thing. Either way. 3 hours. Open it up. You have delicious caramel sauce, and it is unbelievable. And it works 3 hours in a simmering water, closed. Try it. It's amazing. Okay, not to get off topic too much. Okay, once you have that, you take your mold, and all you're going to do is just pour it into the top. Okay, and you're going to freeze it. Now, I've already got some frozen. I've had it frozen for a few days, so I can go right into it and show you how to finish this thing off. All right, there's that. Let me get the lid that goes with it. The lid, a little plastic lid came with it. Okay, you're going to just cover it. And it fits right on top. It's like that saran wrap that you just push and seal, the press and seal stuff. Okay. Now,
Hilly will send the link to the Amazon thing for that mold if people are interested in ordering it.
yeah, it doesn't even matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what mold you buy,
I
but
like this one. So
yeah,
you'll just-
any mold will do. Okay, so I've already got them ready. That's the other half of the kit. This was pretty cool. All right, let me get that in the freezer. All right. Now, what you're going to do is, first of all, I got to put this in there. I got to blend up my peanuts. Just a couple of pulses. Now that's another smell that's amazing. Okay. Now we're going to take that, just put it on a plate. Or you can put it on a piece of tin foil, whatever. Just have it where you can dip it. Okay. Crushed up Heath bars, crushed up peanuts. All right, now here's the important part. When you take it off, and these are silicone, by the way, and they're going to pop right out. Nothing really sticks to silicone. It's great. Okay, pull it out, the stick will come out. I'm going to do one with Heath. I'm going to do one with peanuts and just one plain. And then they go back into the freezer. You pour your chocolate, once you melt it, just into a tall cup. Which one do you want to do first, Michelle? Peanut, Heath, peanut. Peanut, peanut, peanut. Okay? Get all those out of the way. All right. Just push it all. I mean, I can just hear everybody going, ooh. So at this point, if the chocolate is too hot, it's going to just slide right off. All right, now you got to kind of work quickly because it will. So peanuts here, do all 4 sides. Great summer treat. Great summer treat. And the cold is going to, and that's it.
Perfect.
Okay, hold it for another second. You'll see it start to go from shiny to dull right there. Let it fully get dull. But for time purposes, I know it works, so I'm just going to lay it carefully down. Now we're going to do Heath. Heath bar. My dad would love Butterfinger, cut up Butterfinger on this.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great too. Anything, any toppings that you want to put on there. Okay? Let it drizzle off. But the oil is key here in this situation because it coats it. It'll coat it really well. Otherwise, the chocolate just gets too thick at this point because I got to work quick. Okay, work quickly because the chocolate is going to harden quick. All right, there's the Heath. Now I'm going to let you watch as it cools. It'll go from how quick it'll cool for you. Hold it over. Again, you've got your saran wrap, so if it makes a mess. But you want to let it drizzle in one direction so it has, once it stops dripping.
Shiny.
Yeah, so now watch. You'll see it. It'll go from shiny to like a dull real quick. I mean, how good does that look? These are ridiculous easy. And it's perfect. Reminds me of you, Michelle. Beautiful and semi-sweet. All right, see that? Because I'm using semi-sweet chocolate. Get it?
I do.
Yeah. All right, now you can see it how it got dull instead of shiny. Chocolate's hardened. All right. I mean, that is just as simple as it comes. Not fully ready yet, but I mean, how easy is that? They go back in the freezer and they're ready, and you can keep them frozen for a month.
So put
like
it back
this.
in the freezer for
Yep.
how long?
For a month?
No. Like, how long do you put them in the freezer now? Or are these
It doesn't matter.
Are these edible right now?
You can eat it right now. Now
How much is a bite?
I will tell you this. The best way to do this, if you're going to eat it, let it sit for 5 minutes so it gets soft.
Everyone's like, eat it, eat it, eat it.
I'll eat it.
Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
I know there are kids watching.
No, okay, stop.
Hey, you take a bite.
That's good.
How good is that?
Really good.
I mean, you can't beat that. It's soft, it's creamy, it's delicious. But again, you can make them like that. They'll sit in the freezer for about a month. All right. You can get plastic bags, make them as party favors. If you're having a birthday, get little plastic bags, put a little ribbon on the end. They can have your own ice cream bar. All right. Back in the freezer. But these are really good. I really encourage you to try these. God, that was really good. I'm going to finish that off.
Colored sprinkles, too. That would
Colored
be so
sprinkles, graham crackers, any topping that you want. I think that's it. That's it. All right, everybody, listen. Again, do me a favor. Go and I will send a better invite out this week.
In hours either, Sherry. She's like, it's no way that would make it a month in our freezer.
Right, correct. But they're in there and they can be there. And how easy was that to make? I mean, it was just that simple. That's it. Listen, everybody. I really appreciate y'all tuning in every week. You know, Michelle and I love this. Please, if you don't mind, when we hang up here, to go to YouTube, search for Chef Hilly, and subscribe to this channel. Because I'm really trying to kind of make a run at it to let it kind of grow and see where we can go with this thing. We are having a blast. And what I really love is that you love it. And y'all are happy and your families are happy. And the pictures are coming in. We love it. We love it, love it, love it. Please send pictures. I know.
And we will too. We'll post post how our lasagna.
Yeah, and again, 350, 50 minutes to an hour and 10, just so the noodles get cooked real well. Any final questions?
No, everyone says good show.
All right.
Thank you so much. Lasagna
All right.
for dinner.
Excellent.
And post about the mold. Make sure you just send them the link so they can see the mold.
I will. I will post it into my personal Facebook page. I think the quarantine Facebook page. I think I might take it down because apparently that's causing problems. And just stay with the Hilly Blondheim Facebook and YouTube. So I will post how to buy that off Amazon coming up soon. Thank you all for coming by. Mom, happy birthday tomorrow. And if y'all need me for any questions, reach out. And we'll talk to you next week. And I'm not sure what we're going to make next week, but we'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next Sunday.